The Hawkeyes have won the toss and have elected to defer till the start of the second half. Kirk Ferentz and staff along the Iowa sideline. So take a look at the Iowa defense. Scott Pospisil getting the starting call ahead of Ed Sadat, who's got a bad back. Pospisil's been very active. Aaron Kampman off to a good start last year at linebacker.
You bet. He's real active back there, and I tell you, he's going to be a big one for the Big Ten.
And leading the secondary, this senior, Matt Bowen.
These people are learning a new defense, a 4-3 defense, a little different than the Hawkeyes have used in the past. So they're still in a learning process as well.
Pressure from Bowen. Ryan Bowen comes through it, and Matt Bowen comes through and makes the sack. Jackson out of the shotgun for the first time. The Hawks reacting to it defensively. Jackson spins away from the initial contact, but not the second time. Anthony Herron wrapped him up after once again the safety Matt Bowen came flying through. Randy Reiners at the controls for the first time this season. And he will pass on first down to the tight end, Zeron Flenister. And the Hawkeyes open with a first down and a 13-yard completion. Let's take a look now at the well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Iowa starting lineups and see who's with Reiners. Of course, he got Ladell Betts in the backfield, and that really helps. And then the receivers, Yamini's only caught 3 balls thus far. On the offensive line, Bruce Nelson, a redshirt freshman from Emmitsburg, drawing a lot of praise from Kirk Ferentz thus far. Reiner steps up in the pocket. He completes it to Ryan Barton. The possession receiver has a first down and more. Down to the 27-yard line of Northern Illinois. Ryan Barton, the junior, former walk-on out of Newton. Now first and 10 at the 28 of NIU. It's Ladell Betts. Turns the corner at the 20. And down to the 18-yard line is Ladell Betts. 33-yard field goal attempt by Tim Douglas out of the hold of Baker. And the kick is up, and it is not good. It is wide left.
Thank you very much. Joining me is the man who needs no introduction here in Kinnick Stadium, Ronnie Harmon, probably solely responsible for bringing the Hawkeyes to the Rose Bowl. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be back to see the old fans, and see some teammates, and hopefully the team today will come out with a win.
Now, you were at practice on Thursday. What did you say to those players?
I just said that they need to concentrate on what they do off the field, because what's off the field is going to help them on the field. You know, if you want to be a champion is by habit, not just by coming out and performing on Saturday.
It's a great day to celebrate Hayden Friday here with all the players coming out.
You see how many people he affects. He's a great man, a great coach, and that's basically it. You can see by the crowd today and the people that came back what he has done through the years.
Ronnie, thanks for the time. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
Iowa on second down and 26 yards to go. Trying the running play at the wrong time. He coughs up the football, and the Huskies cover it up. Northern Illinois recovers the fumble at their own 46-yard line. You see Iowa, they huddle on the sideline prior to the first snap of the series, so they come right out on the field. The defense, little time to adjust to the formation. Reiners tries to work his way into difficulty. And he runs towards the stick and angles out at the 33-yard line. For Randy Reiners just ducked his head, saw where the first down marker was, put his shoulder into the defensive back and tried to ride him there.
Well, you can see the reaction of the crowd, too, as far as that excitement, because everybody, I think, in the first couple weeks understood Kyle McCann's a fine quarterback. There's nothing wrong with it, but he's just a different style, and you need a Randy Reiner style at this point of the season, especially with the offensive line struggling a little bit.
Gets a gain of about 9.5 yards. Mike, we take a look at the statistics. The Hawkeyes are winning the statistical battle.
Well, that's always a problem. You can win a lot of those battles, but you got to put points on the board, and the Hawkeyes haven't gotten that done. They missed the field goal. It was their best opportunity, but then one other drive when they're moving it, they had a tough time with penalties and fumble to lose that drive.
They are 15 from Pater. Jackson from McCarron's in the end zone. Slattery gets in the way, and a penalty marker is down. Slattery sticking right with the talented Husky receiver.
It's really kind of a close call, but I do think his hands were out there before that ball got there. A little push.
And Kent Baker to do the kicking. The ball is snapped and fumbled by the holder, and he is tackled at the 30-yard line. The ball was snapped to Dan Urban, a backup quarterback. Urban could not hang on, could not get it down, and so the Hawkeyes defense holds. No score, second period. Betts finds some daylight. to the 50-yard line to Husky territory. Ladell Betts with a 10-yard gain. He'll be close to a first down. Speaking of a guy who can move the chains, right now Chris Miller's standing by with one who certainly could. Chris?
That's right, Larry. You know what? If you know anything about Hawkeye football, you know they've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Chuck Hartley joins me now. And what does it mean to you coming back to see these Hawkeyes play this year?
Well, it's a real special night for us. It's an opportunity for us to thank Coach Fry for all the great years he gave us, and just great to cheer the Hawkeyes on tonight.
You know what? Hayden Fry was that type of coach where he loved the quarterbacks. Did he give you just too much advice when he was out there coaching?
Actually, he just let us play. You know, he got us prepared for Saturday, and so many times he just said, Chuck, do what you feel comfortable with and make the most of it, and he did that with all his quarterbacks.
They got a fiery kid out there right now. Talk about Randy Reiners.
He can do it all, and he can run the ball, he can throw the ball. We just need to start putting some points on the board.
Guys that look like Chuck could still throw the ball 60 yards. We'll send it back to you.
Reiners connects with Ryan Barton. For Barton, his second reception of the ball game, and the Hawkeyes have moved the sticks again. Successive first downs by Iowa, and the Hawkeye offense is rolling.
And you don't know how good a play that was in Reiner's part. When he spun out of there with just a little bit of a controlled rollout, he had a blitz coming right to his nose, and he was able to get the ball out there.
Well, another third and long for the Hawkeyes, and we take a look at the third down blues for Iowa.
Yeah, and that's sad. I mean, when you look at it that way, the good teams, they're usually converting on 50% or more of their third down plays if you're going to be successful, and Hawkeyes have a long way to go.
The Flyers are in, Dodge was in, but Reiners fumbles the snap. A missed exchange between the center, A.J. Blazik, and the quarterback. That time the Hawkeyes had the burners in. They had the track guy, Tim Dodge was in, Chris Oliver was in.
Yeah. And the exchange wasn't good. You can see it right there. And whether or not Reiners maybe pulled out of there a little quick, I think he wanted to get back because, as you said, Larry, he had the burners in there, and I think they were going to go deep and try and hit the big play.
Oh, those third down conversion blues.
Oh, wow.
Big down for the Iowa defense on 3rd and 10 from the 20. Jackson scrambles. Jackson throws. And the pass is picked off by Holman. Tarig Holman to the 35, to the 31-yard line. The Hawkeyes force a turnover, and Iowa in business in Husky territory. For Tarig Holman, it is his second interception of the season. He intercepted one in the end zone in Ames last week. Tim Douglas to attempt a 47-yard field goal out of the hold of Jason Bauer. The ball has got the distance, it's got the height, and it is good! A 47-yard field goal by Tim Douglas, and the Hawkeyes convert the turnover into a score and lead 3-0. Kent Baker will attempt a 47-yarder. Again, a bad snap from center, and this kick will wind up short. And so, the Hawkeyes defense holds, and Iowa will have a 3-0 lead as we go to the final minute of the second quarter.
Coach Ferentz, your assessment of the first half?
Well, obviously, we did some good things out there, moved the ball a little bit and stopped them most of the time, but we're hurting ourselves, and that's my responsibility. We look like a poorly coached football team. We've got to go out and execute and quit hurting ourselves.
What can you do in the second half to try to maintain some focus, try to get the ball in the end zone?
We're going to try to simplify a few things, maybe eliminate some formations and motions. We got to get lined up and play, and that's that's a challenge we have in front of us right now.
2nd and 3 for the Hawkeyes. Betts with a hold. Betts to Husky territory to the 47-yard line. We are 4 minutes into the third quarter, but this could be a very big play. A 4th and 1 for the Hawkeyes at the 24 of the Huskies.
And the call is, Larry.
A quarterback sneak by Reiners. No, it is not. That could be Betts off tackle. And I'm now thinking maybe the quarterback sneak wouldn't have been a bad option, Michael.
Well, possibly, but the other side of it is, when you see this, you're going to see that there's a hole open inside. If he would have turned it upfield, lowered his head, and popped in there, I think he would have had it. But as it was, he went out. Good pursuit by the Northern Illinois Huskies, but at the same time, I think if he cut it up front, he would have had that first down.
The pitch to Andrews. He is corralled by Bowen. Matt Bowen just continues to play heads up on every single play, and that's why his defensive coordinator, Norm Parker, thinks he's been the MVP of the defense so far.
Oh, there's no question, and you'll see this. As far as stringing it out, the defense does a great job here. The difference is they really didn't crash down on Finland like they would on Jackson. And then the rest of the defense is namely Bowen. Boy, what a great job coming up there and stopping it for a 2-yard loss.
Again, it is Betts. Good hole opened up by the offensive line, and he's out to the 20-yard line. And, Mike, we are seeing some holes opened by the offensive line. Second and a yard at the 20 for the Hawkeyes. Play action fake by Reuters. Completes to Flemister. Deron Flemister to the 37-yard line and a first down. Oliver in motion, drawing Benji Peacock with him. Again, it's Betts. Again, a hole. 40. And he's down to the 37-yard line of Northern Illinois. At the 46 of the Huskies. Caught by Yamini against the barrier. Bashir Yamini with a back draped on him for Northern Illinois made a terrific catch.
Yeah, and it'll be a completion, but also they threw the flag in there. The Peacock looked like he was all over his back, so give Yamini a lot of credit as far as being able to catch that ball, keeping his feet in bounds.
Here comes another crucial third down call, and you see the log for the Hawkeyes, as for the Huskies, has not been very good on third down. But this is one Iowa really needs. Open Yamini, he makes the grab at the first down stick at the 23-yard line.
And you have to believe that 63,000 people are acknowledging the fact that they converted a third down play.
For the second time tonight, and for the fourth time this season, Bashir Yamini comes up with a big catch against the barrier.
Good execution, too, because Yamini ran a good, hard, square-out pattern down there, and Reiners really put some juice on this bugger to get it over there to him, and Yamini does a good job of going up for it and being able to hang on to it.
Get Bashir Yamini wide to the far side. Reiners on a keeper. Randy Reiners piles to the 11th.
Yep.
So the Hawkeyes have a first down at the 11-yard line of the Huskies with Iowa up 3-0. Betts to the 5, to the 4. Reiners on the keeper. Reiners to the end zone. Touchdown Iowa.
Well, what an appropriate finish to one heck of a drive. And Reiners takes it in, and in 2 plays now, and inside the 10-yard line or down this close, he decided he's going to take the ball and do it himself. And that's the gutsy guy that he is, and did a great job. What a tremendous drive the Hawkeyes put on here. And look at this drive. A lot of, tell you what, that's just all heart getting in there with somebody hanging on you like that.
Number 73, David Porter, among those throwing the key blocks. Douglas into attempt the point after, and Tim Douglas with the point after, which is good. And we've got timeout with 13:10 left to play in the fourth quarter on the 99-yard drive and the touchdown run by Reiners. The Hawkeyes have opened a 10-0 lead. You're watching Big Ten football from ESPN+. Go downstairs to Chris Miller.
All right, Larry, thanks a lot. You know what, Randy Reiners, this is his time to shine. This is the first time he started this year. He's had a lot of adversity in his life. 2 knee surgeries, 2 injuries. He's also lost his sister last year and 2 off-the-field issues. But if you look at Randy Reiners right now, he is owning this stadium and owning this game. Guys, back up to you.
Big third down call for the Huskies. The crowd roars. It's caught by McCarron. 40, 35, 30, 20, and he's brought down by Shane Hall at the 18-yard line. The reverse to McCarron. To the 15, to the 10. Slattery pushes him out at the 6. Kent Baker will attempt a 23-yard field goal out of the hole by Dan Urban. And the kick is blocked. And it's recovered by the Hawkeyes. It's LeVar Woods with it. To the 50. Woods to the 40. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Iowa. LeVar Woods.
Oh, my.
The junior out of Inwood, Iowa.
The block was from the inside. It might be Matt Bowen.
I think it might have been. And here comes LeVar Woods. And look at him turn on the afterburners. From West Lyon High School. Well, they say he's got great speed and quickness. He showed it.
I'll tell you what, how appropriate is it that Matt Bowen, the guy that we've talked about so much tonight and so much during the first 2 games, And I'll tell you what, he's that hard-nosed guy that is going to get things done and make the big plays, and there's a good example of it.
The point after by Douglas is true, and the Hawkeyes on a big return have opened a 17-0 lead over Northern Illinois. A night to remember for LeVar Woods. You're watching Big Ten football from ESPN+. Great Hayden Fry recruit, Ladell Betts. From the 10 on 2nd and 2, again Betts with a call. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Ladell Betts is into the end zone, and the Hawkeyes extend the lead to 23-0.
And they're just a case of good execution on the part of the Hawkeyes. Give them credit. But on the other side of the ball, it just looks like Northern Illinois is a little bit worn down. They weren't in pursuit. They played a great game on defense throughout this game with a lot of excitement, a lot of speed, a lot of hustle. But it just looks like they're not quite, they just don't have enough to carry through the rest of this game, especially on that drive.
That's now 174 yards. Douglas on for the point after. And the Hawkeyes lead 24-0 with 7:03 left in the fourth quarter.
You have to give him a lot of credit, but first you got to give Ladell that credit, because in the early part of this game, in that first half, he was making a lot of extra yards in his own. But boy, I tell you, once the Hawkeyes went that 99 yards and really played that smash mouth football, then he really got stronger, and they got stronger in the line as well.
Chris Finland back in a quarterback. The handoff is quickly smothered by the Hawkeyes as Colin Cole, a true freshman from Plantation, Florida, makes the stop. So Frisman Jackson gave it a good go tonight, but the Hawkeyes came after it. Finland is stopped once again by Cole.
He's a pretty active guy, and he, like you said, we just said, he's only a freshman.
Huskies are going to try to get another play off. They'll have to hustle to do that. Yeah, they figure there's a time when this is going to be great experience for them when they get into their league. This 2-minute drill. Barring penalty, though, this should be the final play. Broken up by Holman, and that is it. And the Hawkeyes have the first win of the Kurt Ferris era. Mike Riley, Hawkeyes put it together in the second half tonight to win 24-0.
Good effort, good effort.
And so, the Iowa Hawkeyes come up with victory number 1. Holman, a big interception. Hayden Fry on it, and on Hayden Fry Day, the Hawkeyes post a 24-0 shutout. Once again, the final score from Kinnick Stadium. Iowa 24, Northern Illinois nothing. For Mike Riley and Chris Miller, I'm Larry Morgan. Thanks for joining us. This has been a presentation of ESPN Regional Television.